Okay, to all you crabbers out there, have you ever gone out and caught limit, maybe double limit, bring them home, and you don't want to eat them all, you don't want to cook them all, you don't want to freeze them all? Well, here's a system that you can design very simply and have them just live in your house. Well, for a little bit. I've got a little live well going on. The water I brought back was from the ocean, from the bay, when I brought it with them. I got it at 50 degrees right now. And it's just kind of filtering through this, through the pipes, through the hoses, into this little filter that I got right here. Then it goes into, this is not a fridge, but a freezer. A fridge will not work. It will not freeze the water, make the water cold enough. And so I have it running in through there. And it's actually just got some bricks on there because to make sure that it's sealed completely. But I poured a bunch of ice in there. And then, because of the water running through the hoses, the ice melted and made water. So now it's just water inside of there, and I'll show that to that in a second as soon as I get the bricks off. And so there's water in there, but that water circulating makes that water that they love cold as hell. It's 50 degrees right now. So give me a second, I'll take these bricks off and I will show you inside. Okay, so here we go, got it open. Actually, it finally turned to ice. I haven't opened this probably about 4 or 5 days and checked on it. So it seems to become a block of ice down there. But because the water's circulating through that hose, it's not completely solid, or at least around the hose, it's water, or it's not solid ice or block of ice. So anyway. Got a little crystallization here in the corners. I think that's it, or all the way around. I think that's because of the water down there. But I've got 40 feet of hose, and it's a 1/4 inch. Inside diameter is 1/4 inch. Outside diameter is 3/8. And going just through here. This is actually started off as a test, so I didn't do anything to it, but I'm going to eventually drill holes through the back, and the hoses are going to go out to the back so they go out there easier to the tank. But for right now, I just did it this way just to make sure it works. And it does. I've kept it cold for a while now. And then, you see that. But I'm trying to perfect it a little bit differently. What I'm trying to do is I'm going to put hose all the way around the edges and run it all the way down for every inch, and just down, all the way down, all the way down. So then that way I don't have to have any water. Because this actually started off as ice because I couldn't keep it cold enough. So I put a bunch of ice in there. The running water in the hose melted the ice, became water, and now slowly the water's frozen. So anyway, if you're interested, or if you're into crabbing and you don't want to cook them all off right away when you bring them home, want to keep them alive for a couple days, 3-4 days, this definitely will work. I have a different video out there too that I did previously to this that I used as a cooler, and that worked really good too. But the problem was I kept having to buy ice for it, and that started to become expensive. So I ran into this. So once I get this all done and holes drilled, I'm going to probably create this video with that and show you how that works. But so far so good. They've been loving every minute of it down there. So now it's time to cook them and eat them. So any comments, please leave them down below. Thank you very much. Bye-bye. Further, this is my latest design. Instead of having ice in here, I took 60 feet of just vinyl hose, which is a inside diameter of 1/4 inch and outside diameter of 3/8. There's 60 feet in here. I came in through here, cut a hole, drilled a hole through here, came in through here, and then I ran it all the way down, all the way around, back and forth, 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 all 60 feet, which ended up all the way down at the bottom, and then it shoots back up to here, goes out that hose that way, and then it circulates its way through connects to this. This is a 1-inch hose or 1/2 inch hose. and because that was my original plan of a 1/2-inch hose, but I decided the water was going through there way too fast and not cooling properly. So I used smaller hose. That's why you have the 3/8 1/4 inch in there. Then it goes all the way through here, and that clamp is temporary, and then it pops out over here. And as you can see right now, I'm rolling, if you can see it through here. Get the water up. Yeah, it's hard to see. See, you see a little bit of red right there, about 46 degrees. But it's cold. It's cold right now. And I know that the temperature in the Pacific Ocean can be ranged between 38 to 55, 60 degrees. Depends on the time of year. So the crab will definitely survive in that kind of temperature. So there you have it. If you're interested in making a live well and you go out crabbing, you bring too many home and you don't want to freeze them, you don't want to cook them all, but you want to keep them alive, key is the cold water. Because I've kept them alive for a long time before, but once that water hits 65 plus, they don't do very well anymore. But other than that, they'll do great. And you can just keep them in there for a week or so and eat them at your leisure. So there you go. That's how it's done. Well, at least that's how I did it. There's probably better ways to do it, different ways of doing it, but I don't know any other way of cooling the water. So hope you enjoy it. I'll give you some incentive, or not incentive, but idea of how to build something like this in the future for yourself. Have a good one.